got another one. This is gonna be cool. Okay, this actually is from Barf Bag Records, but what is it? Violent Legacy is the band. That looks cool. I'll definitely see what that ends up being, and I'll definitely be reviewing that one at least next year. I'll try and get that the next year, because Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Production YouTube, and welcome back to the Wednesday review. Now, while I may be wearing a Nihilistic Outlaw Criminal Order shirt, which of course was Paul of Doomsay's Today Records, his own band, I am though not reviewing a Doomsay's Today Records review. I'm going to change it up. Instead, what I am doing is reviewing one of the things that he had at least sent me in the very last box from that he had sent me back in December, with some, again, the other stuff that that was the more recent stuff he had on his label. But this, of course, again, is another label that at least is associated with Paul of Doomsay's Today Records and has done stuff with them. That's, of course, his Barf Bag Records. What I am reviewing, as you can tell just by the title and even the thumbnail art, is and I would say right now they're only demo, but still it's a debut demo from the San Francisco-based thrash metal band. That's Violent Legacy with Genocide, which let me go over to Metal Archives here. This, of course, is again their debut demo, and again, while originally it was independently released on CD and digitally on May 23rd of 2020, of course, they get contacted by Barf Bag to release on a cassette, and that's what I have here, which the artwork here is slightly different from the version that the band actually used on their version of the release, but still, it's still at least somewhat closer to the version anyways. But again, this is their debut demo. Now, when it comes to Violent Legacy, again, I just stated it, they are a thrash metal band based out of San Francisco, California, and they were formed all the way in 2018, and they released this is their debut EP. Excuse me, I don't know, probably because I expect demos to be on at least cassette here. Anyways, again, it was a CD, so it's their debut EP. So I apologize if I actually got that one incorrect, but I'm leaving that in here. I'm not gonna restart this whole review just because of a little mistake. Still, I'm going with it. Again, this is their debut EP. Their debut demo actually was just released in 2018, and then back in 2019, they released their second demo, and here we are with their debut EP titled Genocide. So without further ado, let's get into my review of Genocide, the debut EP from Violent Legacy. Alright, so before I really get into any of my thoughts on this EP here, let's definitely do a track listing rundown. We got about 3 songs on here, and it actually all clocks in at like 9 minutes and 56 seconds, so it's very short. But again, for EPs like this or very small stuff, I think it definitely gets the point across when it comes to this band. So these 3 songs are the title track, Skin Puzzle, which was at least was released as a single track prior to the release of this EP, and then finally Fatal Society. Excuse me, I was gonna say suicide. It's Fatal Society. Wow, I'm kind of fucking up here, but hopefully you at least can all at least bear with me. Alright, so there's your 3 songs there. Again, Genocide, Skin Puzzle, and Fatal Society. So there's your 3 songs. Okay, so where do I really start with this? Actually, to be quite honest, there really isn't very much I can really say other than I can just tell you this is just some raw, blistering, no BS thrash metal. Again, since they are from the Bay Area, it kind of does have that sort of classic Bay Area thrash sound. Again, and it's also at times isn't any different from some of the, at least, let's say, Warbringer or at least the bringing up some modern era thrash metal bands. Again, like either Warbringer or even, I don't want to say a Toxic Holocaust, maybe Fueled by Fire, but maybe later period. I don't know. There's definitely a pretty, just a good straight up classic thrash metal sound here. Again, it's just no frills. They're just, again, the foot is on the gas pedal. There's just, again, machine gun riffs. And all of that. It's just, again, it's just good, straight up thrash metal. Again, I think, again, stuff can be improved if they were able to at least release a full-length album. And I hope they do able to release a full-length album because, again, I like what I hear here. I mean, it's definitely solid, competent thrash metal. Just, again, all at least the components that make a pretty good thrash metal releases here. I mean, they got all the fast riffs down, all the adrenaline, the aggression, and just the intensity, and even at times the ferociousness is here. All of that. They're spitting venom on every bit of the songs. And I'd say as far as the lyrical stuff, when it comes to, at least when I'm trying to compare them to more of the, at least the new wave of thrash metal bands from the 2000s that, again, kind of, at least, followed into at least the 2010s. Some of them would have goofy lyrics. I don't think there really isn't that much goofy lyrics here. Some of the stuff, while technically you would think Genocide sounds goofy, but I think if anything, it's again, some of the themes of just war and just tyranny and all that is there. There actually, again, there's some, at least some pretty interesting lyrics, and for the most part, but again, it's not really the focal point, I would say, of this. What's really the focal point of this is just the youthfulness and the intensity is what is the important part of this, and you get that. All three of these songs, they're just blistering. They just go straight through. The longest song here, of course, is the opening title track. That is the longest here, and again, there's some great fucking riffs. You also got the classic mosh pit breakdown within there, again, which is enough to kind of, again, to put a whole entire, basically to put an entire audience into a frenzy. That's what you kind of get with some of this. It's just, again, it's solid thrash. And again, continuing with that with the Skin Puzzle and then Fatal Society, which is the shortest song on here. The last song is the shortest. It clocks in at 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And of course, General Genocide clocks in at 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So again, I can to try and keep going, I think would lose at least the point of this review. Because again, what I can talk about here, I think I've already talked about. I think I've already at least gave you a good idea of what these guys are about. And I think, again, this is a solid EP. I really definitely am looking forward to a debut album from these guys if they are working on one. If they are, great. I definitely want to hear some more from this band. This is definitely some solid thrash metal. So there you go. There is my review for General Genocide from Violent Legacy, which is this right here. My rating, I'll be quite honest, I'm going to give this a at least a good score for me, in my opinion. And this, I think, is a pretty good score. 9.10 out of 10. Normally, that's would seem pretty high for this, but the thing is, it's so quick, but at the same time, it does leave me wanting to come back and listen to more. It does have at least some staying power to it. It definitely wants me to hear more of it, and I really want to hear more from these guys. That's what I think is good here. It gives you a good idea of what they're about. So hopefully on their debut album, they're able to at least maybe mix some things up, but that's just my honest opinion on here. I mean, it's great that they're able to at least kick out some just straight up vicious thrash metal stompers on this album, at least on this EP, excuse me. But even on the album, if they're able to pull off the same sort of energy, again, you'll definitely get a great debut album from these guys. But for a debut EP, this is solid. This is definitely good, and I think this I would believe is worthy of your at least being in your collection. Again, I will leave you a link to their Bandcamp page, where they also leave a link to their B Cartel page, where I hopefully they're still selling copies on their end. So you at least can check it out. I mean, for digital on their Bandcamp page, it does go for at least $3. So it's not that expensive. I don't know where you can at least get this, the cassette release from Barf Bag. But hopefully, at least maybe I might find a link or so. Or maybe one of you might leave me a link for, to at least where you can, if any of those who's still interested in getting cassettes, if you want this in your cassette collection, I think, yeah, you got some, I think trying to give you a link to the big, to Barf Bag Records link, at least to grab one, it would be definitely good. But if you just want it on CD, again, you will find the link to their Bandcamp page. Within their Bandcamp page will be also a link to their Big Cartel page, where you can at least buy this EP right here physically. So with that, I hope all of you enjoyed. I hope all of you do support these guys. Again, you can listen to the samples in the Bandcamp page. So with that, I hope all of you enjoyed it. This is for Thrash Metal. I'm out, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.